when we don't have any place to go, when we have no resistance in our hands, when we are citizens only in our homes, we can do nothing. We have only our souls with us. And if our children are shuhada, so let be shuhada, you know. This is the only way we can take back our lands. This is the only way that we can make Palestine free. It's actually, we living Nakba again and again. It's same history, but in different details, pictures and people and names, but same places, same massacre and same occupation. And during this more than 70 years in this conflict with the occupation, lots of things changed. Lots of things became less power, less authority, less solidarity, more peace labor with Israel, more Arab countries silence, more bad reactions from the international community and United Nations. In the end, this one thing never changed, never will be changed. The Palestinians themselves, the belief of right of return, again and again. The power we have without a military power, without a weapon, without even a support, we ourselves believe that we will bring our country back. And this is a part of our philosophy and minds and raised up. Like every single Palestinian who are a kid now, and this is why Israel's, by the way, are killing the children, especially because they do know that our children, wherever they are, okay, they believe and they were raised up with a Palestine issue, with muqawama. This is how we raise up our children. This is how we let them know what happened. The narratives our grandma, grandparents, grandmother from the Nakba told us. Literally, we are telling our sons, our daughters about what happened. So it's continuing this narrative. This narrative is not documented. It's not published in the world, but we are saving it in our minds, in our hearts. So this is why there is a clash and massacres and airstrikes and escalations that never stop from the Israeli side, because they know that we never will stop. We are not fed up. We are continuing this fight till the end. And they are going to leave this land because it's not their land. For Gaza, because they started intifada in the 80s, and then they had another intifada in 2000, and then they left the 3 wars, and I witnessed the 3 wars. Actually, this is the only attack I didn't witness. But the idea is that Gaza is full of resistance. Like people in Gaza, everyone with even the differences of ideology, beliefs, reality, ideas, groups, differences, everyone, even Christians, Muslims, everyone believe and belong to the resistance, because we know that this is the only solution to defend, for a self-defense, and for making the Israelis know that there is a power that cannot disappear, and there is a power that everyday resistance are trying to develop without even what we can say, equipments and possibilities. So they are making this with a massive surprising reactions from the Israel side, that how come we did that? How come we are firing Israel and with and making damages there? with this very poor possibilities. But this is how I can tell you the unity of the Palestinians. As we know that the Palestinian Authority is not with, they are not with resistant. They are with a peaceful resistant. And these negotiations happened between them for more than 30 years, did nothing on the table, no solution, with more of a crisis and occupation and settlements. So we do believe more in resistance, because we know that this is the only solution with the Israeli occupation. And I'm telling you that the Israeli occupation is not a normal occupation. I'm not talking about China against Myanmar or India Muslims, Muslims, Indians, and no, it's nothing. It's not. I cannot compare it like that, because what is the Israelis are trying to do is trying to cancel, to remove, to kill every single spirit with the Palestinian identity and history and culture and souls. Like, they are not killing us. They are not taking only our homes and lands. They are also killing the Palestinians and dancing on our bodies. It's a ethics cleansing. It's a collective punishment. It's an apartheid occupation. So how can you imagine that they are doing all of that since 1948 until this moment? I don't see that it's only Hamas who are defending and doing all of that. Yeah, of course, there's leaders of Hamas that they are trying to face the Israeli occupation alone without any support from other groups as the Palestinian Authority. But I can tell you as a Palestinian that the issue, it's only about Palestinians themselves, okay? Whatever they are Fatah, Hamas, Christians, Muslims, religious, not religious. It's about the Palestinian themselves. The Palestinian, they are giving their souls to Jerusalem. They are standing in front of this occupation machine. They are facing the soldiers every day. There is, yes, detainees and prisoners from Hamas and Fatah and Jihad in the prisons. There are Hamas leaders who are now dying and losing their homes. But I'm telling you as a Palestinian that it's nothing to do about Hamas, nothing to do about any other group. This is all about the Palestinian. Like, airstrikes and clashes from the Israeli side against Gaza, and against who? Against the Palestinians, citizens, against the innocent people, against the children and women. If you see who lost their homes and lands and children and families, they are Palestinians, normal Palestinians. They are not even from the resistance members. Okay, so Israel is attacking these people, and these people who are defending, and these people who are paying their souls and their ages and dreams for this. I cannot say that only Hamas is defending. No, it's all Palestinian who are defending, whoever they belongs to, whoever their beliefs to. Okay, but it's not about Hamas. And this war against Gaza, it's not even about Hamas. You believe that Gaza is doing that because of Hamas? Gaza is punishing Gaza under the collective punishment is because of Hamas. This is what the Israelis are trying to say. They're trying to say that we are attacking Gaza, we are firing Gaza because there is Hamas, and because of the silence from the people of Hamas being in Gaza. We want people, because the people are silent, because people are not doing anything, because people are not firing Hamas from Gaza, because people are okay with the resistance of Hamas members against the Israeli. So we will punish the people. I was told in 2014, if I don't want this war on Gaza, okay, so kick out Hamas and go demonstrations and say to them, stop resistance. This is bullshit. Hamas is part of the community. Hamas is everyone in the community, and everyone is Hamas in the community. Not that means that I belong to Hamas or Hamas belong to me, no. But that means that if Hamas believes in the resistance, I believe in the resistance too. That doesn't mean that I'm Hamas. Resistance, it's not Hamas. The resistance is a self-defense. Resistance is a right of a Palestinian citizens, is a right of any Palestinian, of any human being in the world. You must be with the resistance because you're a human being. Because if there is a normal human being in this earth believe in freedom, there must be with the resistance. This is a right that the international communities and agreements call for. International media also holds a huge responsibility for what's going on. We are witnessing a real massacre this time, and every time since 2008 until this moment, I'm talking about just particularly for the war in Gaza, but the war also responsible for this. The international community, the governments, the political decision makers are also responsible for what's happening in Gaza. This time, especially, there is a silence from the international community, and there's no pressure on the Israelis to stop firing and airstrikes against Gaza. And this is making us very, very, very upset, actually, very upset for what's going on. We feel alone in this war. We feel hopeless. We feel that we are defending on the humanity rights in the world, and we are alone. And people have nothing to do with Hamas, as I told you. They are innocents and civilians who are trying to survive and trying to call their rights of freedom. And the airstrikes happened, one of the Israeli massacre, that they are not being punished from the international community for the crimes they are doing. We are losing homes and villages and places in Gaza. Gaza is under attack. 2 million is under fire now. There is a huge damage in Gaza. There is no one safe place in Gaza to be in. I don't know. I have no word to explain the images from there, but pictures can say a lot. Pictures can describe the huge of damage that Israel caused to Gaza. It's like how you can imagine that your daughter, your family, your mom is under attack, and anytime she can be the next Shaheen. This is my feeling now, because my daughter now, she's under attack, and my family, my whole family in Gaza. So I feel alone. I feel and I feel that no one feels guilty about what's happening. Yes, thank you for the solidarity now in all over the world, but it's not enough. We need a real move. We need a real move. We need a real actions for what's going on. And not just that, we don't want Israel just to stop firing and calling for ceasefire, and then that's the end. No, we want the international community to punish Israel for its crimes, for this humanitarian, illegal, immoral crimes. No, I believe ending the occupation is the solution, because I cannot be a neighbor with racist ethnic cleansing with unappetite groups of people. I cannot be their neighbor. I cannot sleep safety in my home. I cannot walk in the street. I cannot send my children to schools. I cannot say that I am a Palestinian. We are talking about people who want to kill us, kill our dreams, our being, our identity. In the same time, which country they want us to live in? In the small villages they want us to take and to call it Palestine? This is the lands they will give us from our lands. The West Bank is full of settlements. Gaza is without one airport, one border. Which countries they want me to stay in and to say this is my country without Jerusalem, or a country without a capital? There's no two-state solution. Never. This will never happen with an occupation. If we said yes, we want the 76 lands, they will say no. They cannot live beside us because they are not people. They are not a human being. They took our lands, they stole our lands, and they want us to live beside them and to say them, oh, thank you for giving us our lands. This is bullshit. It's shame on Arab countries to sign Abraham agreement. It's a shame. Since they did that, me as a Palestinian, dealing with them as an occupation, they are not different to them. They are not different to an apartheid. Because when you are a friend of an Israeli occupation, you do agree for all these escalations, airstrikes, attacks, firing, killing in Gaza, crimes in Gaza. That means you agree. So that means you also are an enemy for me, and they are our enemies also. I cannot say anything about them. I cannot even recognize them as an Arab country, since they sell their sounds and their identity they belong. Even they are not Muslims, because Islam is against occupation. I don't deal with them as nothing. They are not Arabs. They sell their history. When we talk about Arabs, you know what Arabs means? A brother next to a brother with a brother. It's not about even Islam or Arabs or identity or international or a color. It's about a human being. If they are not Muslims enough, you go and feed yourself with more religious information and Quran and beliefs and come and speak to me. If you are not an Arab and you do know nothing about your history and your culture and about your humanity, go and then culture yourself, educate yourself. Okay, I do want to take a reaction. I do want to say that they still Arab, they still Muslims, and we are Muslim. No. Demonstrations from Lebanon, Jordan, and we wish that also Egyptians do. I think this is the way we can take our freedom and our countries and lands. I think that during of this horrible silence of the international communities and Arabs world, especially who now friends with Israel, we cannot be more stronger than our unity. And this solidarity movement also, who trying to send our messages and voices and pictures of the real picture and situations of what's happening in Gaza to the world, are also part of winning and making pressure on Israel and telling the world of the Israeli crimes. And I think that this time social media played a very important role of discovering and telling the world of the Israeli crimes, which is very important. And yes, we feel that this can do something. I think even this time, since the war started on Gaza, there were like movements toward a ceasefire much better than the past years. Like the past years, when there's a war, they talk about ceasefire, but in the end of the war, like after a huge damage in Gaza. But this time, no, they moved a little bit faster, because of this huge amount of people who are speaking about and raising voices and calling for rights Palestinian freedom and rights and stopping the attacks on Israel, on Palestine and Jerusalem. But unfortunately, there's also people who are know nothing about what's going on. They are even believing the Israeli narrative. They are under the words. When you change the meaning of the word, then it's meaningless. Then it's not correct. Then you are changing the whole narrative. When you say that no, Israeli want to make pressure on people to go out of their homes. No, it's not. It's not like going out of homes. It's not like escaping. No, this is ethnic cleansing. This is apartheid. So we must say words as it is. We must describe the situations as someone who really understands the law and the humanity language. And we must stand with the Palestinian this time in the way that makes differences, not just I'm standing with Palestine, not just for being a Muslim or Arabs that we pray for them, but still people I can hear like some not everyone of course, like some voices, they say Palestinian doing this mess, and then Israel reaction in this way because we are we are not peaceful. We are not we are troublemakers. No, this is not right. You want to take my home and you want to kick me out and you want me to disappear and you want to kill everything and you want me to clap for you. You want me to hug you and to say thank you. So this is a reaction. And if the Israeli are, because they say like there is a violence from the Israeli side, is it violence? Is it really enough to be violence? I think it's not violence yet. Because if it's violence, then give us weapons so we can kick them as they kick us, kill them as they kill us. We are not doing anything. We're just yelling, shouting, screaming, crying. We are not doing even a reaction because we don't have a power. They're giving weapons to the settlers to kill us by protection from the Israeli soldiers. Imagine what they are doing. They know where is like women, only women in houses, not living with a man. Only places that women lives in, and they go to it and they attack it and they burn the children. This is what the Israeli doing. And when the Palestinian calling the police, the Israeli police to come, or the Red Cross, the emergency, they don't come. They don't listen. They don't apply. They don't come. They call for this attacks groups. You notice from the situations in Jerusalem and West Bank, they are attacking people by this water, by sewage water, okay, full of gas and full of chemicals. The same thing they are doing in Gaza. They are attacking Gaza with weapons and with airstrikes that full of gas that can kill people, even people who are safe a little bit. I think that our self-defense is the only solution for what's going on, and we have the right to kill Israelis, to take the lands by resisting, and to do whatever we want to do, because no one stands with us, and no one can even make an equal solution. There's no equal solution. So when it's no equal solution, when it's only us who's a victim, so we have the right to do whatever we want to do, because there is no law. There is no law, so we are not guilty. Me as a mom, and my daughter, she's under this escalation. It's the most complicated question in the world. I cannot tell you. Some days I want to forget. Maybe I'm in this kind of situation, horrible situation, because the picture that Israelis wants to present to the world, that the Palestinian mothers are without a love identity or belongs to the children, because they do leave the children under the attack. But when we don't have any place to go, when we have no resistance in our hands, when we are citizens only in our homes, we can do nothing. We have only our souls with us. And if our children are shuhada, so let be shuhada, you know. This is the only way we can take back our lands. This is the only way that we can make Palestine free. And I do feel afraid. I'm very worried. It's not worried. It's more than this. Maybe I didn't find the right meaning to describe, but no one can feel what I do feel now, because when my family under attack and I'm under fire without a human sense that can make them safe, I'm telling you, it's the whole world's responsibility for this. And our children is under attack now, and the escalations alone, without any responsible or safety or support. It's maybe because we don't hold the American passport. It's yes, because we are Palestinian. We are facing this alone and our children.